What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of the BrandonJaneauShow. As you know, I am Brandon Janeau, and this is a very, very special episode of my series, Wrestling Life. Now, like always, on all podcast platforms everywhere, it's the Brandon Janeau Show, man. Social media platforms, like Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Facebook, Brandon Janeau Show. YouTube channel is really where you should just be hitting me up at, man. I do respond to comments and everything, man. And that is Brandon Janeau Show, man. Like I said, tonight is Wrestling Life. Now, of course, Survivor Series is around the corner, and this whole weekend I will be writing down my top 10 favorite Survivor Series matches. I already got two, well, three, and I'm watching some Survivor Series the last couple of years. There's not that many old Survivor Series matches I want to really fucking watch and see. But yeah, so I already got two down. Watching some Survivor Series matches by the end of this week. Probably this weekend. I probably will record next week. I probably will be recording my top 10 Survivor Series matches of all time. Well, to me. Uh, yeah, so that is to be looked out for. But tonight I want to just address my wrestling fans, particularly WWE wrestling fans. And I got a question for y'all. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Very simple. What is going on? What is happening? What the fuck is going on? Listen, I have watched wrestling my entire life. I love wrestling. I am watching NXT right now. I love wrestling. I grew up on it. I always wanted to be a wrestler. Like I grew up on the shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's very discomforting for me to see it and listen to so many people complain about an actual wrestler, a good fucking wrestler, probably one of the best in the ring. You complain and you bitch and you moan. I watch a lot of. I'm on social media, particularly TikTok, right? And I be on TikTok and I watch certain people's content. And some of you got so some of these content, some of y'all content is so like all over the fucking place. And listen, man, my favorite wrestler, and I've said it numerous times, my favorite wrestler is Seth Rollins. I literally just did a top 10 list of my favorite wrestlers of all time, and Seth Rollins, I think, was like number one with a bullet. Like, Seth Rollins is that dude. I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about. That is that dude. I have watched Seth Rollins since when he was in the Shield. You know what I'm saying? And when he broke up the Shield, I was just like y'all. I ain't like him at first. I'm like, man, what the fuck is he doing? But that all changed when I watched him at SummerSlam 2015, man. When he fought John Cena, I couldn't deny it. I was like, nah, he's good. Like I was like, nah, that dude's fucking good. Like he's fucking good, man. I was like, shit. And then when he got injured, I was like, man, that's fucked up. I'm just now starting to like this motherfucker. He get injured? Come on, man. You can't do that. But then he started doing the specials on WWE, man. And I want to ask wrestling people, man. I really want to ask. And there's a particular person on TikTok that do wrestling, man. His name is HB, and that's his TikTok. And me and him see eye to eye on a lot of the things when he's talking about certain things. And he's a Seth Rollins fan, I think as well. And and I I'm so when I watch certain people's content on certain things, the thing I'm trying to wait to hear is why you don't like Seth Rollins. And every week I'm starting to see people more and more try to find excuses for why you don't like Seth Rollins. Now my thing with this is this. If you don't like the man's gimmick that he's got right now, okay, whatever. But that tells me right then and there, you ain't been to a live show. I've been to like 2 WWE live shows since Seth Rollins has been doing this gimmick. The man gets cheered every fucking time. So when you sit out here and you sit there and say this type of shit, that people that that Seth you don't connect with the gimmick. Okay, cool. Whatever. But it goes back to what I think, and this is what I think. I think Seth. I think what y'all don't like about Seth isn't the gimmick. I think what you don't like about Seth is that what happened way back in the day. And that is that the Fiend didn't beat him in Hell in a Cell. The hate for Seth kicked in then. And for some of y'all have never really gotten over that. Now, I totally agree. If you were gonna push the Fiend to the moon, you should have pushed the Fiend to the fucking moon. Don't play with those fans. The Fiend was actually one of the most original, genuine characters in years. He got himself over. He didn't have to do any of that bullshit makeup to get people to fuck with him. He already was on. The fact that Bray Wyatt could leave the company and reinvent himself and make him hotter than what he was when he first got into the company. You should have given him the title then. So I get that. 100%. Rest in peace to the GOAT, Bray Wyatt. But for y'all to still sit up here and try to make up excuses for why Seth Rollins shouldn't be champion, and every damn year, every time he has to defend his belt, you're like, I root for the guy he's gone against because I want to see the guy that actually. Here's my thing. When he fought Finn Balor, I actually agree with y'all. I thought Finn should have beat him at SummerSlam. If you were going to do this, you should have did it. Here's my problem. Finn should have won, but then Damian Priest should have cashed in on Finn. And that would have broke up the Judgment Day. Which everybody at that time was loving the Judgment Day. So it made no sense to get the belt off of Seth. Now Shinsuke, I never thought Shinsuke should have beaten Seth. Ever. Shinsuke's not ready to be the. I don't want to say that. Let me take it back. Shinsuke hasn't been seen as a champion. That type of champion. And yet you were screaming, take the belt off of Seth and give it to Shinsuke. Why? Who is Shinsuke going to fight to make him a proven champion? Ricochet? I know what you're going to say. Well, you could have just put him against Drew. Well, Drew is turning heel, isn't he? So how the fuck was you going to put him against Drew? Just so y'all can be screaming, well, Drew should beat Shinsuke now. And then, here's the thing. Now you're saying Drew should have beat him. Drew needs to turn heel. Then he could beat Seth. If that's how you really feel. That's what I think. You can't have Drew going through a transformation of heel, but yet he's a champion. So what the fuck is he? He's an anti-heel now? What is he? An anti-face? What is he? Let him turn heel, and then maybe we had this conversation. But don't just let him beat Seth just because y'all don't like Seth. That don't make no sense. But here's the crazy part. I haven't heard one fucking person that's running this I don't like Seth campaign. I haven't heard one person yet say Seth has had a bad match. I haven't heard one person yet say Seth has not gone out there and actually proven that he deserves to be the World Heavyweight Champion. I haven't heard one person yet that has done any of that. Which brings me to the other thing, which is the bloodline. I have said this for months, and I'm going to continue to say it. The fact that y'all don't like this storyline now is making me even more happy. Because it's been a boring ass storyline. Roman himself is a boring ass wrestler. He's boring. He's fucking flat out boring. He doesn't do anything that is like some crazy thing. He's not like Seth in the ring. which is cool. Roman has his style, but Roman has always had that style. The only thing that he has really changed with his style is put a guillotine in his shit. That's about it. Roman has not had any move that has changed the face of anything. The only difference is he's now a heel. That is it. The fact of the matter is, y'all are still complaining that, well, he can't beat anyone clean. If he ever beats anyone clean, they are never going to be in the top spot ever again. So if he would have beat LA Knight clean, like y'all are now complaining he should have done, which is why I kept saying I don't think LA Knight should be fighting Roman Reigns yet because it doesn't make any fucking sense. And now y'all are having this problem and this consumption of saying, well, his reign is boring now. His title reign has always been fucking boring. The only thing that was good about Roman's title reign, which is why I said after WrestleMania, what the fuck is the story now? This is why I literally said this. The only good thing about Roman's title reign was when they had Sammy in the damn bloodline. That's it. The beginning of the title reign sucked. It fucking sucked. Like outside of the Jay shit, that was it. After the Jay shit, after Jay kind of was committed and he was in the bloodline, there was nothing really intriguing about this fucking bloodline storyline. Nothing at all. Then when Jimmy came back and he joined, there was nothing interesting about this bloodline storyline. When Sammy joined, that's when it got interesting. As soon as I said what I said was about what was going to happen. We were going to go into WrestleMania, and after WrestleMania, you were going to be bored of this storyline. And now I'm hearing everybody saying, well, this storyline is boring. But it wasn't boring when the bloodline storyline actually made sense to you. It became boring when Jimmy portrayed Jay. That's really when it became boring to you. But I already saw that coming. I'm not surprised that y'all are now screaming this storyline is boring. It's not boring. You're just not interested in it anymore because it doesn't make sense. It's advanced past the level of what y'all thought it would. And like I said after WrestleMania, I said this after WrestleMania, I said it again. The storyline is not about Jimmy and Jay anymore. It's about Solo. I've been saying that shit for fucking months. Solo is the fucking storyline. It's not Roman anymore. It's not Jimmy and it's not Jay. It is Solo. When Cody told him at WrestleMania, the Monday Night Raw, you're not ready. Solo has been trying to prove he is ready. Beating John Cena at Crown Jewel is one step into that direction. Now here's where this kind of gets a little fucked up for War Games. Do you put Drew McIntyre in War Games for Judgment Day? Which they can do, and it would be 100% understandable. Or you can just straight up put Solo in. And there's another thing. I saw this last night too. I saw some people saying they're gonna put Jimmy in a War Games match. No, the fuck they're not. They're not gonna put Jimmy. You motherfuckers are just rushing shit now. Why the fuck would you say Jimmy and Jay are gonna fight at WrestleMania, but put Jimmy in a War Games match so him and Jay can fight each other? What? What type of dumbass thought process is that? I don't understand that. Now, since it is going to be a Raw situation, I can actually see how they would say, okay, let's put Drew in War Games. But here's the problem with that. Everybody's now running out and saying it's going to be Randy Orton. Now, I would love to see Randy Orton back. But why would you put Randy Orton, who's dealing with a fucking back injury, in War Games? That's the first game, the first fucking match you're going to put him in is War Games? Are you fucking kidding me? I don't understand that logic at fucking all. I'd rather it be Solo be the guy that comes out. Solo is the guy that joins Judgment Day as a favor from Rhea Ripley. Rhea helps the Bloodline with something on SmackDown to get rid of somebody for them. Judgment Day goes over there, takes care of such and such. Maybe takes care of LA Knight or some shit. I don't know. Kevin Owens or some shit. They take care of somebody for the Bloodline, and for the reason for them taking out that person or something, or helping them with that. Solo, they asked Paul Heyman, can they use Solo for War Games? And Solo says, yeah, I'm in. And Solo joins Judgment Day. That's how you get that. And for Team Raw, for Cody, Seth, Sammy, and them, that's easy. You call Kevin Owens. He's the only one that still has a problem with the Bloodline and the Judgment Day. It makes total fucking sense. Kevin Owens is the only person that you can actually see jump to the Raw side, and it wouldn't be a problem because he already has problems with the fucking Judgment Day, especially if Solo joins the Judgment Day's team. So I can definitely see that's how that all goes. Which brings me back to Seth. And to me, man, y'all with this hate on Seth is crazy. I don't understand it. I saw today, and what I was watching, and they were like, the guy was like, I can't connect with this Seth Rollins title run because every time he's on TV, I root for the guy he's going against. But yet you connect with Roman Reigns title run, and now you screaming that shit is boring. Shit's always been boring. I've been screaming Roman Reigns should have lost the title a year and like 2 years ago. I said, what the fuck is this title run? This shit's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. This Bloodline storyline is not working. And people have forgotten about that. I remember when this Bloodline storyline really actually started and Jay was joining, and Jay joined the Bloodline, and he fell in line, and then Jimmy came in. I remember when this Bloodline storyline started. After Jay joined, the fucking storyline got stagnant as a bitch. And then when Jimmy came back and he joined and they was trying to still be, that storyline was boring as a motherfucker. This storyline has never been 100% great. They had a very high peak, but most of this shit has been boring as fuck. I don't know why people continue to think the beginning was great. How they got Jay, how Jay and Roman fought for the title at the beginning. That was great. But for after that, it was boring. And then Sammy got in and Jimmy came back, and even that was still boring. But then Sammy got in the picture, and that was the biggest peak they had. And after that, it has been fucking downhill. It's been that way. Just because you told yourself that it's not been, go look at all the fucking promos, man. Go look at all of the fucking times that they were in that situation. Really go watch this shit. When has the Bloodline storyline not been great from the beginning to their highest peak, which was the Sammy shit, to now? The storyline has never been 100% great. It's been it's had flashes of just dominance. But soon as everything starts, it's funny how now you don't like the interference when the interference was the only thing that kept Roman at the top. This is why I kept saying Solo is the one that's going to cost him the title because you are going to expect the interference to happen and it doesn't happen. But it happens to hurt Roman, not to help him. But for y'all to keep saying Seth Rollins' title run is boring or you don't like this, tell me what you don't like about it. Tell me what you don't like about it. Because every time I hear you motherfuckers open up your mouth and say I don't like it, I haven't heard one person say the matches suck. I haven't heard one person say Seth can't. This is a terrible fight. I haven't heard one person say this shit. What do you not like about this title run? Because every match Seth has had, it's been fucking good. The Money in the Bank and the Finn Balor match at SummerSlam was kind of a little shaky, but the matches against with him and Shinsuke were amazing. And that match at Crown Jewel with him and Drew was incredible. And the first time he got the belt and he fought Damian Priest on Monday Night Raw was incredible. So what you don't like about this fucking run? I'm really trying to figure that out. I'm really trying to figure it out. I think the set hate is ridiculous. And like I said, it goes back to me personally when 2019 happened and Set did not lose to the Fiend. That's when the shit really happened. That's when you stop liking Set. But to sit up here and tell me Set is just this title run sucks or whatever, again, you have this idea in your head of what a title run is, but now you're screaming, now the Roman run sucks. But 2 months ago, you loved it. It was the greatest thing on the planet. It made sense. I've been saying this shit for years. Roman's title run sucks. It's not good. It doesn't make any sense to have the title on somebody that's never there. You're running these days up for no reason at all. Because eventually, people are going to get to this point where it's like, this title sucks. This run sucks. There's no pleasing you sons of bitches, which is why I did do this episode. Seth's title run is better than what you guys continuously scream it's not. And the Bloodline storyline isn't really that bad right now. You guys are just making shit up. The title run for Roman has always been boring. That isn't that shocking. But to sit up here and now say these things just boring and check the fuck out then. We'll call you in January. We'll call you in February. We'll call you in March, in April, when you finally do get back into it. Go watch what you want to watch. Go watch the other promotion. And leave us the fuck alone. Because clearly you motherfuckers are just finding ways to just complain. And it makes no sense. Shout out to the guy, to the HB on TikTok. Because he's right. This shit is ridiculous. This shit is ridiculous. I don't understand the Set hate for no reason at all. It's so stupid. I don't get it. And if you are mad at the Bloodline storyline because it's not feeding what you thought it would be, this is what the Bloodline storyline has always been when they don't have a compelling story attached to it. The matches are boring. It's dull as shit. It doesn't make any sense. But don't complain about how the food is being made still when you're still eating the shit. You're still eating it. Change your diet or shut the fuck up and eat the food. What the fuck are you doing? Shut up. I don't understand it. Anyway, this is Brandon Janeau. This is Wrestling Life. Seth Rollins is the GOAT. Fuck what you talking about. I'm out. Peace.